Hi guys, how you doing? It's Dave
And Kane.
here from Black Anchor Outdoors. We're here for a beast of a knife review.
Definitely. It's been a long time coming.
We'll be back soon. Okay, so we have a blade here that has been a long time coming. It's made from a good friend of both of ours. So fatboyblades is the company, and this model he does is called the Bushmaster. Alright, so it's Trent from fatboyblades. So this is a full handmade knife. Not hand hammered for the steel or anything like that. It's you know, cut steel. He does all the grinds, all the shaping, but from a flat piece of steel. Everything else is hand ground, handmade, sheath, everything.
Yeah, he does it all. He's a local to us. He's local anyway. He's
local to Newcastle.
Newcastle guy, Australian. Yeah,
all Australian made.
Does everything.
Right, so this is his kind of, I guess it's his main model of knife. Now the one we've got here, now he's got a lot of orders going on, that kind of thing. So he's been saying to us for ages, alright, I'm going to make you guys a model.
Yeah, we're going to get a Black Anchor Outdoors knife.
Which is still going to happen. But this was Trent's shed knife. And he's tried a few different things on it, and I loved it, you know. So he's showing me all the new ones. I'm like, oh, I love your old one, you know, it looks cool. He's just tried a few different etching and that kind of thing on it. He goes, you like it? Yeah, I love it, it's cool. He's like, cool, it's yours. So
I'll be up to visit next week, Trent.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm over the moon, you know. I've always wanted one of his knives, but you know, we have to get in queue like everyone else. There's so many people in his queue that I finally got one.
Yeah.
So the only reason I tell you that story is there's some slight differences in this one to what he would say is, it's not a production model, but his model that he puts out and that people order from.
And the best thing about this though, if there is something on this that you see that you want, he can do that because he makes them all himself. So if there is something in, he is a custom knife maker, so he has his blades that he makes and styles, but he's a great guy, really nice guy, and he's happy to work with people as well. So that's one good thing as well. So if there is something Dave tells you now that you really like, have a chat to Trent.
That's right. So things he does, like so the different model will have a bit of a bigger grip. So this grip does look a little bit small, and the only reason is he's just kept working on this and changing things and thought, oh, maybe they are too big, I'll make this one a little bit smaller, and you learn from that. It still doesn't feel bad, it fits in the hand really perfectly.
It's so smooth.
But you know, the production models are just slightly that bit bigger.
Yeah.
Now this has two pieces of G10. So we've got black G10, we've got a tan, we've got a blue liner. We actually have that same G10 blue liner in the sheath, which is quite hard to do. Brass pins through it. They're stainless pins. Now this, it's a beast of a knife. It's not going anywhere. Those handles are not going anywhere. I think we're 5mm thick 01 tool steel. And I was talking to Trent the other day, and so he gave me this, and he's like, look, I want to see, he's like, you use your knives so much. Main carry is an SE6. Trent loves his SEs as well. His handle ergonomics are way better than an SE. But you know, they all have their different reasons, and you know, there's less weight in something like this. Trent's is a beast of a knife.
Yeah.
But he was saying, you go try it out and see what you think, and tell me what you don't like and that kind of thing. And I was saying to him, so I was doing some, out the back of my house I have a little log like this, a bit bigger. Just practice heaps of tasks. Every day I'm out there, feather sticking or whatever I can do. And I rang him up and said, look, it's going to sound like I'm blowing smoke up your ass here, but I'm not. I had this, I had the SE6, I had about 3 Morers. What else did I have? I had another big blade. I can't think of what I had at that time.
Must be a Schrade something.
Yeah, maybe a Schrade. Could have even been Jess X.
Yep.
And I just said, I rang him up and just said the blade geometry that he does, nothing else matches. And it sounds ridiculous, but it's just a Scandi, but it's quite a high Scandi, and it's a Scandi on quite a thick blade, which doesn't often happen. You know, there would be hundreds of knives out there with it, but there'd be thousands of knives that this thick that would have a saber grind, a high saber, or a full flat grind. Now he's got this Scandi that's quite high. So I was like, oh yeah, cool, you know. The more I used it, it's just the geometry is perfect. But we'll find that out in a sec. So Kane hasn't used it as of yet.
I've been around the Trents and I've felt them and I've seen some of his knives up there and they are just insane. I love visiting. I love anyone. I am super non-skilled in a lot of things, especially as it goes making stuff. I'm one of those people that will buy things rather than make them. But to see him at work, I snapped the tip off one of my knives once, took it over to Trent, he saw it, and he was over pottering around in his shed while we're all playing with knives and talking as we do. I think we're listening to heavy metal or something, having a good time. And yeah, 10 minutes later he came back and he'd fixed my knife. He is that good on the tools. It is awesome to actually watch him at work, but it is a great feeling knives. It is one of definitely has to be the strongest feeling knife I've ever felt in my hand.
Yeah.
I know that's most probably because of the weight of it, but it is seamless around the back here, and because of that heavier handle, the heavy steel, it just does not feel like you could do anything to this knife to damage it, does it?
Yeah,
it really doesn't. It feels great. It's balanced. It's ergonomical. The handle, I love the handle. I know Dave said that about the Essies, and that's my big gripe. It's one of the worst feeling handles I've ever felt on an Essie. That's me personally. We've talked about that, but this is beautiful.
Yeah.
This reminds me a lot of the Kuderman.
Your Kuderman. Yeah.
Very smooth. And I had felt Trent's knives before the Kudermans, and we talked about them, and Trent's the one who really liked those as well. But yeah, it is a great feeling. I can't wait to actually use it. He's got the really nice smoothed out choil in here.
And this one isn't, being that one that isn't a production one, he said to me, oh, before you review it and do anything, I want to finish the choil. I'm like, don't worry about it, you know. So he usually has this choil really smooth, but it's already smooth.
It's smooth as, yeah. There's no way, there's no hot spots or anything coming from that, that's for sure.
And sheath, he uses Kydex, not leather. He was one of the first guys around using it, I'm sure, in the country.
Yeah, definitely.
He just didn't like the look of leather. He likes leather, but not for his system, you know. He wanted that hard wearing, hard use knife, and
yep.
I think he's nailed it. So sheath's a good setup. Got a little lighter in the back. This isn't something Trent does standardly. I added, you know, being a sheath builder as well. I was like, oh, can I add some stuff? He's like, yeah, for sure. So ferro rod, big nice 5" by 1/2" ferro rod. Blade this size needs,
yeah, big one.
That. All right, we might get into some work with it, eh?
Definitely.
Alrighty, so we're going to get into some use here.
Yep.
Kane's going to go first.
I want to go first because I have another go of it at all. Just while Dave was just readjusting the cameras there, I was just, yeah, I didn't expect to go through it, but it as Dave was saying, it just eats through this timber like really comfortably. These curls, I'll grab that. Yeah, it's just
and again, we're feather sticking hardwood.
Real hard. Yeah, it's really nice. You feel it when it goes in. It just sort of dives in under it, and My only problem is there, it's slicing so well, sometimes you're going in deep, you know,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
But I think
which is what a scanny will do.
Exactly, and if we just change the angle there, look at that, just there's absolutely no pressure on that, and it's just pushing.
And you can do that with pretty much the weight of the knife.
Yeah, even right up the tip. That's really, really fine curls coming out under there. But yeah, it is. It does feel nice, doesn't it, when you're using it? I've seen these knives, I've held these knives before over at Trents, but I've never actually got to use one. Yeah, and it's, look at that. For a big knife, it's awesome, isn't it? That's like a little tiny little bushcraft knife you're going to be getting, and if you want to get right down into it, and I'm sure, yeah, look at that.
See, but it
just goes straight through, and yeah, that's beautiful, beautiful, isn't it? It's cutting right through. We got something. Yeah, I'll do some couple of chops. It doesn't feel, it's really grippy too. Normally I'd be reaching for my gloves at the moment. I'm not going to go, I'm just using it without first. But yeah, I'll just get this so I don't get myself on there, make sure I'm in the right thing. Yeah, you can feel the weight of that just getting through there. It's not a long knife, is it, really?
No,
the blade's not huge. It's not a massive chopper, but it's got that heft there to be able to chop.
I think it's about a 5.5 inch.
I was going to say, it doesn't, yeah, definitely, no dramas at all. You can see that bite in there, just how deep that went. It's just over halfway through there in that go there. So yeah, no dramas. Right through there. That's awesome. It is for a little knife, what I would class, look at that, what I would class as a smaller of the big knives.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not that small bushcraft knife, but it's not a massive chopper. It's just in between. Good size for around here, and it feels beautiful. It really does. Try even feathering back up here on the handle. I know some people don't like. You can try. I'll just get rid of some of this bark first. But it just, there's no effort at all going through that, is it? Look at that. Great for making notches and that. It just, you can hear that just just pushing. It's just using the blade. There's no effort there. That's just the blade going through that, just pushing up. Beautiful little knife. I keep saying little after using some of the bigger ones around. I know it's definitely going to throw sparks. I know we've got a ferro rod here, and we'll give that a roll as well.
Well, what we might do, I'll grab some fat wood.
Yep.
We'll feather up some fat wood and.
Yep. Alright, so Dave's just run over to the bag behind the camera there, and he's grabbed our bit of fat wood here. So we'll just get a little bit out here. Yeah, it smells good, this fat wood, doesn't it? Sticky. Might just get a couple little chunks off as well. There we go. And just push them down. It's like a scalpel, isn't it? It's,
just super sharp.
What I'm finding is I'm used to my other knives and everyone's going too deep because I'm putting a lot of effort into it. I'm actually pushing it hard, and I'm finding if I go, the lighter I'm going on this, the better I'm curling. I'm just not used to that cutting so easily that I'm pushing down and I'm getting too deep. But if I'm going really, really fine like this, which is literally fingers, it looks like I'm holding it tight, but I'm just pushing down with fingers, I'm actually getting a lot better curls and a lot better feathers on it. So
that's kind of what...
By not pushing, that's what you want, isn't it? You don't want to be using all your energy on there.
That's right, and that's what I was saying to him. It's just this, the ergonomics he's using, and it's just, I think it's that high scandy that does it.
Yeah, it's funny actually, some of these curls are so fine and thin, they're just floating off. You wouldn't be able to pick them up on camera, I don't think, but it doesn't look like I'm getting any there, but they're so fine they're floating off. I'll try and go really, really light on this. Yeah. Trying to go lighter, they're just bouncing everywhere, they're going too far. It's cutting straight through. But yeah, it is awesome, isn't it? It's just, as I said, it's like a scalpel. It's surgical.
Yeah.
Just how nice they're going now. I've got a ferro rod in my hand here. We'll just see if we can get a...
Probably need a few more curls. I'll have a go
with
the curls.
Yeah, give Dave a couple of goes as well.
You can light it up.
Yep.
So I've had a little bit more use than Kane, but still not a whole lot.
Yeah, Trent's one of those guys, as soon as you meet him, Dave met him before I did, and always talked about him, and I'd talk to him online, but you actually meet him, he's one of the nicest guys around, really, really friendly, really free with information, great to help you out if you've got questions about different stuff. He knows his steels, he knows his knife grinds, everything. He's more than happy to talk you through different things. As I said, if you're looking at getting a knife, mate, have a chat to Trent. He is pretty busy, but yeah, it'd definitely be worth it. I'd give him a call or email, Facebook, whatever you want on Fat Boy Blades, and get him to talk you through. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I possibly want this, or I possibly want, you might know exactly what you want. Again, give him a call and see if he can help you out. But if you're not sure, you're wanting to go with a knife to get him to build one, but he'll ask you what you wanted to use it for, and then yeah, I'd definitely listen to his suggestions, because he definitely knows what he's talking about. He same as all of us, we love doing this so much, and you get so busy that you don't get time out to do it, which is unfortunate. Yeah, so he loves spending time in the bush and doing bushcraft stuff and camping, but again, so busy with the knives and different things like that he doesn't get as much time out as he wants to. It's the same for everyone, we know that.
Just using the spine here.
Yeah. Just fluffing
the spine's pretty sharp, but not like more sharp, but it's still pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Definitely enough to scrape up fat wood like this, or bark, or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to have any dramas with the Dave will just try and see. We got a little tinder bundle here. It is raining pretty heavy now. The camera gear is under the tarps, but we're not at the moment, so we'll see if we can go get a few little sparks in there.
Throwing enough sparks.
It's just the rain's coming down pretty heavy now. So yeah, you might be able to see how much rain's on the blade at the moment. It is starting to come down pretty heavy here. But first impressions of this knife is just, he's got the right name, hasn't he? It is a beast, you know. It really is the Bushmaster, and it is a beast knife. You know when you're out here that you're not going to have any dramas with it. As I said, when you pick it up, it is not heavy as in cumbersome heavy as in a good heavy. It feels strong. Right. It's strong. It feels stronger than any other knife I've ever held for this size.
I'd put my life on it.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely does feel strong, and really ergonomic. I love the handle out the end there, extra full tang there, so you can hammer things down if you do need to. I love that, cracking nuts and things like that. And yeah, it is good.
So this is I said to him we'd do just a first impression. So we've just done some light work here. Obviously you can see with this blade it's going to handle some heavy work. But what we are going to do is we are going to put it through some quite heavy work. So this is just the first video. So check him out, Fat Boy Blades, just on Instagram, Facebook, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Check out his knives, you know.
This knife, when he makes this one, it comes with a little, one of the options is usually this.
That comes with
Kydex sheep and a little piggyback knife, isn't it, as well? So
I have the Kydex for the little one, but he was reworking the little one for me. So I thought we'd just concentrate on this.
On this actual knife?
When I get the little one in, we'll do a video on that one.